My hair is not doing great. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good afternoon. Oops. Alright, we have a few more minutes before class starts. Today's session is force focus session. The equipment you need is some kind of weight. You can use ruck, you can use a backpack, you can use a bag of rice, flour, anything that you have in your house that's give you a little bit of weight, and that's gonna be perfect. If you don't have any weight, you can do it without it too, so that's alright if you can't find it. And today's session, there is 5 rounds of exercise. Total there's 8 exercises, but each exercise is paired, so there is a full pair of exercise. When is it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we kind of did the similar things. We did one exercise for a certain duration, then you do the other exercise for the other duration, and move on to set 2, like set B, let's say. B exercise, B1, B2, and C1, C2, D1, D2, and then go back to the A1, A2, and then continue. So we have 5 rounds, and duration will get short. Start from long duration, then it get short, and it get long again. So it's like a pyramid style. And since it's a force focus session, we focus on intermediate loaded shuttle. So there's a loaded portion and unloaded portion. So it's kind of mimic the movement of loaded, unloaded, and then you continue to move throughout your unloaded section as well. So we have a little bit of time, so I'll give you a little bit time to get ready. If you need equipment, grab your equipment, and we will get going. Most of the exercises are all the exercises are standing and on your feet, so if you need to move things away for your space, please move away, but you don't need a yoga mat for this one. You just need some kind of weight for your loaded portion of the exercise. If you can't find a weight, that's alright, you can do without it. Okay, almost there for the time. We'll get going. Alright. Manitoba is a little bit, today it's raining, so it's a little bit cooler today, so it's like, yes, that's great. It was really hot yesterday, so it's helpful for me. It's like, okay, a little bit cooler. It's more manageable. Okay, it's 3, so let's get going. My name is Yuko. I am fitness and sports instructor at CFB Shiloh. Today's session is focusing on force focus session, especially for intermediate loaded shuttle. Equipment that you need is a weight or ruck, some kind of weight for the loaded portion, and duration of the exercise is about 45 minutes. We aim for 45, but we might push a little bit longer. And what else do I need to explain? I will explain the exercise and format of the exercise, and then also do the warm-up, do the exercise, and do the cool down, and it will be done in 45 minutes. Music. So if you have favorite workout music, please play your favorite music. My side, I will not play any music, but please do so. That will help you keep going. And before we get going, I will read the disclaimer. Okay. In response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Force members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness class tailored to Canadian Armed Force personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Force members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness levels are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Force members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercise presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult the healthcare provider. If CAF members sustain an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Alright, so exercise. So again, there is 8 exercise, but it's paired. So there is a full pair of exercise. Okay. Oh, then I should explain time too. So there's I will explain exercise first. That might be easier. So, first one is a step lunge with the pick up the ruck or weight. And that's A1. A2 is a quick feed. So, first one is pick up the weight. Let's see. It'll be easier. So you step forward lunge, and pick up the weight. And forward lunge and put it back. And switch to the other leg. So step, pick up the weight, and come back. So if you have, you can pick up at the front, like so. Or if it is easier for you, you can pick up like cradle and come back and then drop. Or you can pick up side, hopefully it's going to say side, pick up, and come back and put it down. As long as you step lunge, pick up the weight, and then step back forward and put the weight down. So it's a duration, so you can go as fast or as slow as you can. If you don't have weights, then just do forward lunge and come back and back lunge. Forward lunge and come back and forward lunge. So that's the A1. A2 is a quick feed. So basically you're doing the quick feed on the spot. So you can do this on the spot. If you get bored, you can go forward and back for the quick feed, or you can go wide and narrow, quick feed. As long as your feet are moving for the duration, I will take anything. So that's the A2. Second pair of exercises is squat and walk and seal jack. So squat and walk. So you can carry like front, like so, or you can carry at the cradle, like so. It's your choice. So you walk and squat. So basically take a few steps and walk. So walk and squat. Like so. Continue to move throughout your duration with the walk, squat, walk, squat, walk, squat. How far you will walk, that's your choice. Few steps, squat, few steps, squat. If you have a longer space, you can do going to the end of the room, squat, walk back, squat, squat. That'll be option 2. So second, B2 is a seal jack. So jumping jack go this way. So seal jack coming this way. Forward and back, like so. I think, wait, yes. Coordinate your movement to go out and in, out and in. I think I should come back in together. That's probably more easier. There you go. So that's the seal jack. That's the B2. C1 is the overhead press, shoulder to shoulder. So you will hold the weight in the shoulder. You go overhead press and come back to the other side. So nice and tight core, shoulder down, and side. If you prefer to do just overhead press straight forward, you can do overhead press and come back, overhead press and come back. As long as it's an overhead press, I will take either way, side to side or straight up and down. So that's a C1. C2 is a skater, so side to side hop basically. You're going one side, going to the other side, side and side. That's the C2. And last pair is a farmer's walk and cross country ski jack. So D1 is a full farmer's walk. So you pick up the weight or ruck and you basically walk, and drop and switch to side and just walk. So key thing for the farmer's walk, make sure you're not leaning to the side. Nice and shoulder and hips are square, nice and straight, nice and tight core. Make your shoulders not shrug or drop. Make sure shoulder is the same height and a nice and tight core and a walk. Or if you prefer, you can carry like, cradle carry. And you can walk nice and tight core, shoulder down, and turn around and a walk. If you have a tube, dumbbell or kettlebell or weight, you can carry it both sides. Same time, nice and tight core, shoulder down, nice and upright, walk, walk, and continue to walk. So that's D1, and D2 is cross-country ski jack. So cross-country ski, so you're going forward, back, back. You just add hands to it. Wait, the other way, like, there you go, like so. So forward and back. So that's the D2. So that's the 8 exercises in total. But you will do in time of 40 seconds in the first exercise, 50 seconds in so second part of the exercise. So 40 seconds of step lunge with the pick up the rock, and 50 seconds of quick feet, and do squats walk for 40 seconds, seal jack for 50 seconds, overhead shoulder to shoulder 40 seconds, skaters for 50 seconds, and farmer's carry for 40 seconds, cross country ski jack for 50 seconds. That's how it's gonna work. Once you've done that one, next round you will do 30 seconds of work and 40 seconds of work. So it's getting a little bit shorter. And after that round 3 will be 20 seconds of work and 30 seconds of work. So you get to the top, and in round 4, you're going down again, so it's gonna get longer. 30 seconds of work, 40 seconds of work, and last one is 40 seconds of work, 50 seconds of work. So that's how it's gonna change your round. So, as you go through the rounds, you will remember the exercise. First few rounds will be like, what's next? But you will remember. Alright, let's do the warm-up first. So let's start with the knee hug. So, grab your knee, and knee hug. Good. Good. Now you're going to the walking high knees. So walk and lift your knees up. Good. Now this time you're going to the hip rotation. In. Let's switch the leg. In. Walking hip rotation. Hopefully you have enough space around you, since there is a farmer's walk and a squat and walk. So make sure you have at least a few steps space. And the other way, so external rotation, rotate out, rotate out, rotate out, out. Good. So now walking quad stretch. So grab your ankle and switch. Good. Now walking butt kick. So lift your heel up. Push back. What else do I have? Yes, amount of well, only 8 exercises. I think less things to think about. Alright, now hamstring sweep. So one leg forward, hinge from hip, lean forward, and switch your leg. You can do walking hamstring sweep if that makes it a little bit easier. Walk and sweep. Go. One more. Good. And the shoulder circle. On your shoulder. And the other way. Good. Now close and open. Close, open, close, open, close, open. Good. Now up and down. You reach up and come back down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Alright, let's go down to the inchworm and thoracic rotation. So you're going down, reach down to the ground, reach to the plank, and one leg forward, and a rotation for your body, and come back, push back. Oh, switch the side, go back down, and step forward, rotation, and come back, and push back. Ooh, two more. So go down, and step forward, rotation, come back down, and push back. Ooh, last one. It feels different when the wall is right behind me. And step, and rotate, come back, and push it back. Ooh, there you go. What did I forget to do? Ooh, downward dog to the thoracic extension. So you need to have a little bit space. So this one, I'm going for the downward dog. So basically stretching your hamstring heels and upper back. Now move your body forward, land your hips and thighs are touch to the ground, and stretch your chest and back. If that's too much for you, you can come down to the halfway and come back to the downward dog. So stretch your upper back and a little bit lower back, and come back down to the thoracic extension, halfway or full way, whichever feels comfortable for you. Whoops, I lost it. Hopefully. I don't know, you can see me? Can you leave the comments if you can see me? I don't know you can see me or not. It seems like it's recording, but I do not know. Let's see. Can you see? Okay. I cannot see, so hopefully if it is not showing anything, please leave in a comment. Hopefully it's working, but it seems like it's working, then I will go with that. It's completely dark for my side, so it's like, well, hopefully it's doing it. Okay, where are we? Yes, a little bit of ankle wrist rotation. I don't know how to fix this problem, but we'll see. If there is nothing, then well, too bad. So a little bit of ankle rotation and wrist rotation, and we'll get going. Let me do. Yep. Alright. So, first one, hopefully. Yes, my side, I can't see anything, so let me know if you have any concerns. Hopefully I will try to stay in the range. If I go too far out, possibly can't see me, but let's see. Let's see how it's gonna go. So first one is step lunge. Step lunge with the pick up the rock or weight. For the first one, you do 40 seconds, and then you will do quick feet, right? Quick feet for 50 seconds. It will tell you when, well, basically there's no rest. So once you finish the 8 exercises, we will not have a rest. So, ready. So lunge and pick up the weight. And go. So step lunge and pick up the weight. And come back down. and step back down. So step forward, and pick up the weight, and come back, and come back. You're gonna have a different angle or different setting for the weight. Like so. Step forward, and put it back. Step forward. Make sure you switch your left and right if you're switching, since you're lunging. Make sure you use your left and right. 10 more seconds. Left and right, left and right. 3, 2, 1. Now quick feet. So going to the nice and quick feet on the spot. That's option 1. If that's give you enough challenge to keep it low and fast, great. If that's get boring, you can go wide and narrow, or you can go forward and back, forward and back. Since it's a 50 seconds, it's a little bit long, so you can keep focusing on moving your feet fast. Thinking like running on the spot, kind of. Well, you can do high knees if you want. Almost there. Wide and narrow, or front to back. As long as you're moving in the spot. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Squat and walk. So you hold the weight. Walk, squat. Turn around, walk, and squat. So you can hold the weight in different way. You can hold it like front, walk and squat, walk and squat. You will go in many different places. If you hold it in one side, you can squat and walk, and switch to the other side, squat and walk. That will work too. 3, 2, 1, and what is it? Seal jack. So wide, no, out and in. So side and side. Instead of go overhead, you're gonna come into the front. Sometimes I lose the coordination. Like, how do I do the seal jack again? 30 seconds. Hopefully. Keep going. I'll read the comments. Okay, keep going. 20 seconds. Keep moving as long as you're moving. Last thing. So next one coming up is overhead shoulder to shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So overhead shoulder to shoulder. So one side of the shoulder, going to the other side. Nice and tight core. Use your leg if you use your leg to help you move your weight side and side, side and side. Hopefully you'll not hit your head. Be careful. If that side and side is not comfortable for you, you can go straight overhead, like so, and back, overhead, and come back. And skaters, go side and side hop, side, 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 side. I think it's still recording, so yeah, it is still working, so I can't see anything, but so go side and side, keep it low, or keep it wide. Give you a little bit different challenges. So push off, left and right. Less than 20 seconds. Next one coming up is a farmer's carry. You can do cradle, or you can do one side. As long as you're nice and tight core, shoulder down, that's the key. 3, 2, 1, and go. Pick it up, nice and tight core, shoulder down, upright. Walk, 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 walk. Run up. And switch to side. Nice and tight core, shoulder down. And switch. If that's getting bored or you can't really do much, then you can do cradle carry. Same thing, nice and tight core, shoulder down. Keep carrying it. and 0, 3, 2, 1. All right, last one is, what is it? Cross country ski jack. So, there you go. Same side and same leg going forward. Is that a maybe cross country? Yes, it is, right? Yes. Is it opposite side? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's opposite side, sorry. Opposite hands and leg. It's like running, but it's a straight arm, straight leg. 15. Keep moving. 3, 2, 1, and rest. There you go. That's the first set. So now, move down to 30 seconds of work and 40 seconds of work. Let me adjust the timer. There you go, round 1 is done. Quick sip of water if you need to. Alright, we do the same thing, but a shorter duration. Ready? Set. Well, we start with step lunge. Pick up the weight. Alright. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and step lunge. Pick up the weight, and come back down, and come back. Switch the leg. Left and right. Oh, there you go. So if your weight is lower, it's a little bit more work to go down, get down, and push off. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. And quick feet. Oh, I forget. It's getting shorter. I forget. Yes, on the spot, quick feet. Nice and fast, left and right. Or you can go wide, narrow, wide, narrow, front and back. That's the option. If you do front and back or wide and narrow, make sure you switch your leading leg. Everyone has favorite side. So you want to train left and right. Oh, there you go. Equally. Almost. So coming up next is squat and walk. 3, 2, 1, and squat and walk. Walk and squat. There you go, nice and upright. Walk and squat. Walk and squat. So make sure you're not leaning forward too far. Nice and upright, nice and tight core. Shoulder down, toes, knees forward. Make sure weight does not go forward. Keep your heels down. Push your hips back. Alright. Seal jack. So front. Ready. There you go. If you're done, remember like how to coordinate the arms and legs. Go back to the jumping jacks. That's what I think about. Like, okay, how do I do this? There you go. 10 more seconds. So upcoming next, shoulder. So shoulder to shoulder, overhead press. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Woo. Going to the shoulder. Going to the other shoulder. Overhead press and come back. Overhead press. Oh, come back. Oh, dang. Keep moving. My computer is not doing me well right now. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And skaters. Go side and side, side and side. You just did the shoulder. A little bit of rest for the arms. I might need to keep moving up to the computer, but don't worry about me. Keep moving. I don't know how this thing's working still, but it's still working, so 10 more seconds. So next one coming up will be farmer's walk. 3, 2, 1, and farmer's walk. So you pick up weight, nice and tight core, shoulder down, upright, walk, 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 walk. Oh, when you turn, careful, don't lean too much. And switch to the other side, nice and upright, shoulder down, nice and tight core, nice and control. Or you can do cradle carry through. I like cradle carry through. 3, 2, 1, and last one is cross country jack. Right? Yes. So you can take a pause if you need to. So pause, 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 or you can just continue through moving. I don't think actual cross country would jump, but think about it like you're doing cross country. There you go. 10 seconds. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, rest. That's 2 rounds done. There you go. Good job. That's 2 rounds. Round 3. If you need a sip of water, I might need a sip of water, so let me have some. Oop. So, round 3 will be 20 seconds of work, 30 seconds of work. So 20 seconds of loaded work, and 30 seconds of unloaded work. There you go. Good. Alright, round 3. Ready. It's almost halfway. Back to lunge and pick up the weight. Alright, get ready. Sit and go. So step lunge, pick up the weight, and come back down, and sit down. Switch to the other side. Pick up the weight, and come back down, set the weight. Well, it's really short. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and what is it? Quick feet. Only 30 seconds of quick feet. Sorry. Let me do. There you go. Quick feet on the spot. So wide and narrow, or front and back, as long as you keep moving your legs on the spot. Nice and quick, nice and fast. But 10 seconds, it's short. This one is really short, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, so. Upcoming next is a squat and walk. 3, 2, 1, and go. 20 seconds is really short. Get ready, and walk and squat. Walk and squat. Walk and squat. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal jack. Seal jack this way. Right. There you go. So 30 seconds is quick. Last 10 seconds. Coming next is shoulder overhead, shoulder to shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Overhead, shoulder, shoulder. Quick. There you go. One side to the other side. Nice and tight core, shoulder down. Press up and back down. Press up and down. 3, 2, 1. And skater. This one's really quick. This side, skater. So if you can go wider, try to go push off wide. Keep your balance. Nice and land correct. Alright. 10 more seconds. Side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Farmer's carry. Farmer's walk. Walk. Nice and tight core. And walk. Switch to the other side. Make sure not leaning to the side. Shoulder, hip, same height. Less than 10 seconds. Shoulder down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross country ski. 30 seconds. You can go stop and pause. Pause if you want. Or if you need it. If you don't like a jumping or your impact is not your favorite, step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. That's the option. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Round 3 done. Nice work. I do not know what to do with this, but it seems like it's working, so I'm hoping it is working. If it is not, too bad. I'm sorry. My computer's camera gave up on it. So now we're going back up again. So it's gonna be 30 seconds, 40 seconds work. Let me adjust my timer. Nope. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. 2 more rounds, and then we're done. All right. Get ready. Ready. Back to the lunges. 3, 2, 1, and step lunge. And pick up the weight. So now, compared to the previous one, this one's a little bit longer. And you can keep going with the same pace. Yes, challenge yourself. You can do it. If you feel like you're exhausted, you can't keep going, then you might need to pace yourself a little bit better. So you can do 2 more. This one and next one. 2 more rounds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And this is it. Quick feet. I always forget. Quick feet on the spot. Nice and fast. Nice and fast. So focus on your nice and quick feet on the spot. If you can keep it low, keep it low. My bum will not gonna keep it low, but or you can do one now. Wide, now, wide, now, wide, now. Or flip them back. Alright, keep moving, keep moving. Last 10 seconds. Great job. Keep pushing. Don't stop here. Upcoming next, squat and walk. 3, 2, 1. So pick up the weight. Whichever the way you want to hold it. Let's hold it this way. And walk, squat, walk and squat. So when you're squatting, keep you nice and upright. Toes and knees facing the same direction. Make sure push your bums back. And then nice and upright. Nice and tight core. Relax your shoulder. Squat and walk. 3, 2, 1. And seal jack. There we go. So front, one, open and close. If you want, you can do jumping jack if that's easier for you. 20 more seconds. Keep moving. Alright, wait, last 10 seconds. Coming next, overhead, shoulder to shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and pick up the weight. Go one side of the shoulder to the other side of the shoulder. Nice and tight shoulder, tight core, not shoulder. Tight core. Keep your shoulder relaxed and down. Focus on your bottom of the shoulder blades. So press up and come back down nice and control. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and skaters. Skaters. Side and side. There you go. Nice and wide. Nice and good push off. And then when you land, nice and soft landing. Make sure your toes and knees are the same direction. Almost there. 10 seconds. Coming next. Farmer's walk. Farmer's carry. Or farmer's walk. 3, 2, 1. And pick up the weight. Nice and tight core, shoulder down. Nice and square. Don't lean to the side. My head moves sideways, but try not to. Or you can do the cradle carry for the other option. Like so. Same thing, shoulder down, nice and upright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross country ski jack. So one leg forward, one leg back. So pause in between if you want. If that keeps you going. Key is to keep moving. Don't stop. Keep moving. So if you need to adjust your intensity, adjust your intensity. 20 seconds. Almost there. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Whew. So without long rest in between, you keep moving. So in order to keep moving, if you can do it, means you're not the sprint kind of cardiovascular fitness, but it's more so to maintain your exercise. So you can pace yourself in, you can pace yourself better to keep going without resting. B, your cardiovascular fitness will get better. Therefore, you can keep going a little bit longer without rest. So yes, you cannot keep the same high intensity in order to keep going. So if you need to pace yourself, please pace it, make it slower, so you can keep moving. So we're working on your cardiovascular system and a muscle endurance system in order to keep moving for the duration. Alright, last set. We're a little bit pushing time, but we will do it. Last round. It's hard. So back to 40 seconds of work, 50 seconds of work. So if you need to pace in order to keep moving for 40 seconds or 50 seconds, do it. As long as you're not resting for like 20 seconds. So key part is to pace yourself well so you can keep moving for 40 seconds and 50 seconds. Alright, last set. Get ready. Back to lunging and step up. Pick up the lunge and then pick up the weight. So if you can keep going with high intensity, good for you. That's pretty good. So that's gonna help the force to score basically. You can keep going for the intermittent low shuttle, like without slowing down basically. But if you need to pace yourself. So the first loaded to the last loaded will not change too much, or you are not slowing down too much. So you can consistently keep going. Then you will not give up in halfway too. And what is it? Good feet. So think as you're doing what will be good distance? 5K run or 10K run. You can't sprint. Well, some people can. But if you just want to finish your 10K, then you need to pace yourself to finish your 10K. It might be run, walk, run, walk. That's alright, as long as you can finish your 10K. And once you can finish it, then you can adjust, okay, I did 2 minutes walk, 1 minute run, then you just adjust your time. Then eventually, you can continue to run for 10K. Kind of same thing here. Alright, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat and walk. Last set. Squat and walk. Nice and upright. Nice and good posture. Nice form. When you get tired, form will get sloppy, including myself. So you have to pay extra attention to keep it nice and form. Plus, it's longer, so 10 more seconds to go. Keep going. Where is it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. What is it? Seal jack. If the impact is too much, you can do step, in, step, in, step, in, step, in. So you can do it without jumping. That's option 2. But you still keep moving. When you keep moving, you're using your muscles, your hearts are pumping, you're working in your endurance, your mitochondria is working hard. 20 more seconds. 10 seconds. Almost there. Coming next. Overhead shoulder to shoulder. 3, 2, 1. And shoulder to shoulder. So one side, going to the other side. Nice and tight core, shoulder down. Make sure you're not arching your back too much. Tuck your tailbone in. Nice and tight core. Keep your elbow tucked in, tucked in. Last 15. Use your leg to help moving the weight left and right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Skaters. Almost there. Last 3 exercises. And that's it. So same thing, skater. If you don't like jumping, you can do step, 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 step. Keep moving to the left and right. It's like aerobic class if you're into it. Alright, keep going. 20 more seconds. Left and right. Less than 10. Skater done. Overhead shoulder press done. Farmer's walk. Coming up. And pick up the weight. Nice and tight core, shoulder down. And walk. If you have 2 sides, keep walking. Don't lean to the side. And switch the side. Nice and shoulder back, nice and tall. You might need to change your steps a little bit in order to keep it nice and upright. Or you can carry like cradle, same thing, shoulder down, nice and tight core. Make sure not arching your back, tuck your core in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. What is it? Cross country ski. Again, if you don't like impact, step back, slide and slide. It's more like cross country. So pick the intensity that you can keep going. Keyword is keep moving throughout the duration. Last 20 seconds. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. Almost there. Keep going. Don't give up here. 3, 2, 1. Done. Nice work. That's all. That's it. Whew. Keep walking. We'll do cool down. We'll do cool down. And then we'll do, well, cool down and stretch. At kind of the same time, but. Whew. Nice work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my camera is having difficulty, but that's alright. So keep walking. If it did not record, too bad. If it is recording, that's great. I always have technical issues, but we managed to. Good job. Alright, keep walking. Hopefully keep breathing. Breathing from your nose and out from mouth, so you're controlling the breath, and that's going to control your heart rate as well. So take a big breath in from your nose and out. Take a big breath in and out. One more, take a big breath in and out. Good. So now let's do a shoulder stretch. So arms cross over and do the shoulder stretch. Now, I don't know what to do with this to fix this problem, but nice work. Good job. Whew. And switch to the other side for the shoulder stretch. So cross over, stretch your shoulder. Yeah, we pushed a little bit over 45, but hey, we did it. Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we only did halfway. So yes, we have 2 more rounds extra. So now this time tricep stretch, so arms, palms touch to the back of the shoulder, grab free hand, grab the elbow, stretch your tricep. And make sure necks are nice and tall. My necks are not nice and tall, but there you go. And let your hand go and switch the other side. So palms on your shoulder, free hands on the elbow, free hands, free hand. If you have multiple hands, that'll be different. It'll be interesting. Good, and let your hand go. And chest stretch, so arms intertwine, cross together on your back, and push arms back and lift your arms a little bit up. Stretch your chest, stretch your arms. Good. And relax your arms. Let's do the lower body stretch. So let's do the side lying. Hopefully you can see the ground. If you can, too bad. Just follow my voice and do your stretches. So quad stretch, side lying quad stretch. So laying sideways, grab the top side of the leg, ankle, bring your knee back, stretch your front side of the leg. So try to create your shoulder, hip, and knee as a one line. This side had horrible balance for me. Bring your knee toward to the ground. Make sure so the knees are not floating above. And switch to the other side. Side leg. And grab the top leg, top ankle. Bring your knee, shoulder, hip, and knee as a one line. So push it back, your knee, and bring your knee toward to the ground. Or toward to the other side of the leg. And relax. Now let's do the modified herder as a stretch. So one leg forward, other one bend. So your hip toward to the extended leg, front leg, and nice and tall. Make sure you imagine you have a string from your head that's pulling upward. Hinge from hip and lean forward until you feel the stretching behind your leg. Okay. And once you feel the stretch, hold it there. And slowly come back out and switch to the other side. So one other leg forward. The stretch, previously stretched leg, you go back. Hips toward to your extended leg. Nice and tall. Hinge from hip. And lean forward. Oh, my sweaty leg. Make sure you're not bending from your spine. Make sure keep it nice and upright. Hinge as much possible from your hip so that you have a stretch in your hamstring. Maybe a little bit of calf. A little bit of inner thigh as well. And slowly come back out. Let's do adductor stretch, your legs together, butterfly stretch. Ooh, I'm sweaty, I can't hold my leg. There you go. So feet together, nice and upright. If you need to hold your ankle and press your knees a little bit down to the ground. And lean a little bit forward. Make sure you're not rounding from your upper back. Lean from your hip and hinge from your hip. And slowly come back out. Let's do the calf stretch. Oh, hip flexor stretch and a calf stretch. So, it's like lunge. One leg forward, one leg back. It's like lunge, but make sure to tilt your hips back. And you rotate your hips backwards, but push your hips forward. It's kind of hard to understand, isn't it? And then you will stretch your hip flexor right here. So tailbone in and push forward. So stretch your hip flexor. If you want to add a little bit more stretch, you can add the arm for the add a little bit of extra stretch. And slowly come back out. Switch to the other leg. So one leg forward, one leg back. Tailbone in, and push your hips a little bit forward. So you're stretching hip flexor. If that's give you enough stretch, hold it there. Make sure you're not stretching from your back. You're stretching your hips. So tailbone in. There you go. And come out. And last one, do the calf stretch. So you can do wall calf stretch, or you can do downward dog calf stretch, as long as you stretch your calf. So press your heels down, nice and good stretch, bottom of the foot, the back of the calf, like right here, like back leg, right here. And if you want to hold the stretch a little bit longer the better. So in order to have stretching, switch your leg, in order to have stretching effect, you need to hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. If you can hold it longer, that's more of a benefit to you. If you have a difficulty squat down to keep your heels down on the ground, maybe your hip is tight, maybe your knee's tight, but maybe sometimes your ankle and the calf is tight, and then that's going to lift your heels up. So try to improve your range of motion in your ankle and hip, and that will improve your squat and lunging form too. And relax. And that's all. Hopefully this is recording fine, and hopefully it makes sense to you. Oh wow, there. Ah, sorry, you could not see my leg. Too bad. But hopefully you did your stretch. Well, thank you for coming to the class. My name is Yuko. I'm from CFE Shiloh. If you have any question or request for the exercise, then please leave it in the comments. And I will see you next week. Great work. Have a good day.